And I want to bring this one up as the resident Loki fan, probably the biggest Loki fan that I know of in the community, right? In the 1/6 community. I want to bring up this TVA Loki because a lot of people, what they've done, and I've talked to, I think, Javier and some other people about this, they have taken this head sculpt from Loki, which is undeniably the best one that Hot Toys has done so far. And then they put it on the Avengers Endgame Loki body, and it does fit and it does look pretty good. You cannot use the helmet, though. The helmet will not fit on this head with this hair. That's why Hot Toys made the hair sort of thin like that on the Endgame Loki, because they needed to fit the helmet on it. However, it probably would have just been better to have two separate head sculpts, one helmeted, one not, and it would have probably just made things a lot better. But I still like that Endgame figure. I love it. The head sculpt's still pretty good with the helmet on. That said, TVA Loki has released officially. He's shipping from people from Sideshow, from what I saw. But I'm wondering if people really care much, because this is not the iconic Loki. This is a Loki in a suit. The show was pretty popular. I feel like I loved the show. Not everyone loved it, but a lot of people really liked it. But this is not the most exciting Loki on your shelf. That said, Kiko, should we care about this Loki? Because I mean, we have the Endgame Loki out there. I'm sure there will be others. Is this the one to own in this type of outfit? What do you think?
We don't have many other options when it comes to the Loki TV series. I mean, you either get this one, which is pretty much the main look throughout the show, or, you know, the President Loki, which is the other one available. So should we care? Well, apparently people do, because they're both waitlisted on Sideshow. So apparently people did care enough to actually pre-order it. So with that being said, I think they should, because I'll be honest with you, Will.
Yeah.
Knowing this was coming to me, I ended up grabbing Sylvie when I didn't think I was going to, because
really?
I wanted her to go with this. Yeah, because I wanted her to go with this, because I think the sculpt turned out better than I thought it was going to. I mean, we didn't know what was going to happen with after the Endgame debacle, which I don't even think was a debacle, but people like to bitch about everything for no reason. But this is undeniably the older, better looking Tom Hiddleston. That's not the greatest lighting that they got on him right there. It's not very flattering, but he's not too bland, I think. I mean, the variant jacket is cool. It says variant. Between him and Sylvie, I think you can make a really cool display, especially with like the glowing door portal. That's cool. I do like the magic effects. But you know, between him and Sylvie, I think he is the companion piece to Sylvie, which is why I ended up getting Sylvie. I was like, you know, I can't have this Loki, which I already had, and not have Sylvie, because I was like, he by himself, he's bland. Give him something else, and I think he's fire. Because look at that together. I think they look great. So whatever their marketing strategy was for this to get me to get Sylvie, this is what sold me on going back to get her, because I wasn't really. Oh, and you get Miss Minutes, which is fun. So yeah, I think they'll already care, because it's waitlisted. It wouldn't, if people didn't care, it wouldn't be waitlisted. So we'll go from there.
Well, I'm wondering, Kiko, if the opposite is true, where people didn't care and that's why it's waitlisted, because no one really pre-ordered it. Like, I'm starting to wonder, because I think, look, that's I think the dilemma that I'm having as a huge Loki fan, because I really like the show.
You'll never know.
We won't. But I thought it was great, Q. I liked the show. I didn't love everything about it. There's some things with Loki's power level and things like that I didn't quite love, but I did love the show overall. And that said, though, I mean, as the diehard Loki fan, if I'm even questioning whether I need this, think about the average collector, right? Who doesn't really they like Loki, right? Whatever. But you know, do they really need this one? Because most people, despite the fact that the head sculpt isn't as good as this one, are probably going to go for Endgame, because Endgame is going to be a lot more unique,
right,
and tailored, and just an exciting outfit on your shelf. This on your shelf with the jacket, it is pretty cool. You can do some cool stuff with the green magic accessories and the sword, but
yeah.
I don't know. It's just, Javier, I want to let you jump in though. I mean, are collectors going to care about this Loki? Because I just have my doubts, because I think people, how many Lokis are you going to collect? And would this be the one if you could only have one? You know what I mean?
No, for sure. I think people are going to care, but I think it's going to be mainly for that sculpt. That's what I'm doing. You know, we spoke about this the other day. I'm picking up, it just got delivered actually, like a few minutes ago.
Nice.
I picked up the Endgame Loki, and now I'm just going to be scouring eBay for the head. You know, I just want to pick up the head on this. It is a cool figure, but I guess it's that casual costume that they gave him that I'm not a big fan of. You know, it does look cool. The tailoring looks nice. And, you know, just all the accessories that he comes with are incredible. But like that picture that you have on the screen right now, this seems like it's a companion piece to the Sylvie that I think has been the best release that they have had, probably like in in the last maybe 3 months, I think. That Sylvie, the sculpt is great, the tailoring is great. This is another figure that's gonna go incredibly well with that. But I think if people do wanna pick this up, it's not gonna be for the figure itself. You can, because you can get, like you said, you can get other really cool Lokis that have this traditional costume with the green cape and everything. This is gonna be either for a completionist or someone who's gonna part out the figure and just keep the head. That's, I think, what they're gonna be doing. That's what I'm gonna be doing if I can't get my hands on the individual head. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, though, yeah, I mean, that's a cool accessory. Yeah, I mean, it
Yeah.
looks cool. It looks cool. It looks cool for sure. But I don't know. If I did have to pick one Loki from this entire TV series, it would be the President Loki, just
Mm.
because I think that that costume would stand out more than another casual costume just on the shelf, I think. And I guess this goes in line. I'm sorry, but this goes in line almost with that special edition Wenwu
That's
that
what I
you
was
got.
gonna bring
Yeah.
up. Yep.
Yeah. To me, the Wenwu is cool when you think of it being as like a 300 limited, right? Worldwide.
Right.
But if, let's say, if that was a general release, I would go for the Wenwu with his, movie costume, the fight costume. Same thing with this one. I would prefer and a Loki with, the costume that he uses in other movies, or the President Loki. It just stands out more to me. But
Right.
man, that head sculpt is really, really good. But like Kiko said, this is definitely a companion piece for Sylvie, because that Sylvie figure looks insane.
Right. Well, it's true, and I feel like that's probably why that's definitely why they did that with Wenwu. What they did, that because they knew, they were like, this is not going to be one that's mass appeal, right? The other
Right.
Wenwu, people are going to take that one if you put them side by side on a shelf. But if you make that one limited, make it 300 or whatever, and do a small run of it, you could do that. With this Loki, that's a lot harder to do, just because it's the main character of the show, and it's the main outfit and look and so forth. I always thought all along in the show he was going to get a legitimate outfit, because in the trailers they showed some stuff and I was like, oh, he's going to have like a cool, unique outfit or whatever. It just never happens. So it was very interesting, that I just thought was pretty interesting. But I don't know. For me, I'm tempted with this one, but I'm just going to wait for a discount and see how I feel. But no doubt about it, this is the best head sculpt. I still don't think it's perfect. I still don't think it's the best Tom
Really?
Hiddleston. Yeah, I think it's the best Tom Hiddleston they've done, but I would still give this probably like an 8.5. Like, I think this is,
Really?
yeah, I mean, I think this is like a good head sculpt, not great. That's how I view it. I think it's pretty
Okay.
good. I think it's pretty good,
Okay.
but I do think it has room for improvement. The only disappointing part is, and it was never intended to be, but you can't put the helmet on for the Avengers Loki. And I feel like for Avengers Loki, that's the look you want, Like, I feel like
Yeah.
unless they're going to make him in the other outfit from Avengers, his sort of casual outfit from Avengers, I would love that. That might be, I told Justin today, I was like, that would be a cool, like, summer exclusive, like Avengers Loki, but it's like the other outfit from the film, with the shorter scepter. I think that would be a pretty cool, like, exclusive like that. I think that would be a nice
Is
one.
that when he has the black suit and he goes to the gala? Is that the one
Not
that you're
that, so that would
referring
be
to?
cool too. But like, so
Mm.
because in Avengers, he has two different sort of battle outfits. He has the King Loki outfit with the cape, and then he just has the
Mhm.
regular outfit, sort of a little more movable and stuff like that. And
Oh.
he has the shorter scepter. So
Oh, okay,
it's a
okay,
little
okay.
bit different of an outfit. And I think that could be something that they tackle it. They could also tackle Thor 1 Loki, which they never did. They never did Thor 1 Loki, which he has a really cool costume in that film.
Mhm.
So I think that would, and you could put a throne with them in that film, from that film. That would be really cool. I think I would go for that, no doubt about it. So I think that could be something they do at some point too. But that's why, like, when you think about, and Loki season 2 is coming, maybe he gets an actual outfit in season 2, like, and then at that
Right.
point, and maybe a better head sculpt even. So it just, Loki
Right.
season 2 is coming this year, right? So I mean, that figures a
I
little,
think it's in a couple
obviously 2
months.
years. Yeah, that
Yeah, like
that figures
end of
probably 2
year
years
probably.
from now. But at the
Mhm.
same time, it's like, is this Loki iconic enough for you to dive in? That's the question.
I feel that you saying if it's iconic enough, I think for a fan of the show, it would be.
Mm,
Because this is again, this is the Loki that it's a variant, right? It's not the one that we recognize. So if you do want to have two versions of him, this would be a pretty iconic one. The show was great,
it was.
right? So I think this, and if you're thinking about the most iconic one for the show, I would go with this one, not the President Loki. Then, if that's like a question, but yeah,
But you are
I
right.
mean,
You're both right with Sylvie. I mean, it
mhm.
does look great with Sylvie.
Yeah, no, damn, yeah, this looks really, really good. That's crazy. I think the sculpt is a 10 out of 10 personally. I
Really,
really, really like
I
this.
think I'm
Yeah.
in the minority on that. I think most people would agree. I think most people think this. Even at the
Mhm.
time when it was announced, people were like, "This head sculpt's amazing," and I was like, "It's pretty good." Like, but
Yeah.
It's definitely the best one. It's the best one. I will say that.
You know which sculpt I'm worried about? The President Loki one, because it's a smiling sculpt. I'm a little bit worried. I hope that they do the smile well.
I feel like,
But
yeah, I
It
should have picked up the
should be
President Loki
good.
exclusive.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool exclusive.
What's
but-
up, Kiko?
I was saying it should be good. The thing that like was so
Mhm.
jarring to us about the Ant-Man is that it was never shown originally. You know, it was just kind
Right.
of teased. And so when it was put in the box, you're like, oh shit, what is this? But they've shown us that
Right,
they
right.
can do the teeth well on the prototype. So hopefully, fingers crossed that worked out.
Yeah.